Hello and welcome back to another cipher symmetry tutorial. Today we're going to look at multiplating and associated with that variable text merge and serialization to a series of plates. So the very first step, what we're going to do here is just create a single plate which we're then going to use as our template to reproduce X number of times. The design which I'm going to do is just going to be a simple business card style design or ID badge. So first off, I'm just going to create the basic layout. So I need 3 lines over here, and just by selecting and copying, I'm going to produce 3 more lines. Get the height about right. Yep. Move them over like so. Alright, so the first line is going to have the name, next one is going to have the email address, and the last one will have some form of ID number which will be the serialization. And those 2 fields will be my variable text, and they'll all be aligned. Get the right font I want. Alright, so I've got my basic layout happening there. Now we'll put an image across the top for good measure. So from the shortcut menu on the side here, if I click on the plate, I'll get a plate shortcut menu. If I click on the line, I get a line shortcut menu. So clicking on the plate, bringing up the plate shortcut menu, I'm going to then click on Insert Image, go to my image folder, select the logo I want. I'm going to draw a box for it. Now if I hold down Shift at the same time, you can see I can maintain the aspect ratio of the image, which for a logo is fairly important. Alright, that image is looking good. Now what I can do, I can select these guys, move this up a bit, centralize it a bit more. Looking nice. Alright, as a final touch, I'm just going to apply a border to it. So again, from the plate shortcut menu, we select the border tool, add one new border, give it a bit of a margin radius, and we'll go the scallop border. Border width 1, that's fine. Click OK. Alright, and there you go. I've got my template ready to go. I'm pretty happy with that. Now what I'm going to do, I'll multiply this out 4 times. So my material area at the moment is 100 by 50, so for the sake of this example, I'm just going to make it large enough to butt 4 templates right against each other, as you can see in the preview there. Now just before clicking OK, we just check these boxes. Yes, I want to duplicate plate 1 because that is my template. Click OK. And there you go. So we've now got 4 layouts all exactly the same. Now, next step, Excel. So my variable text merge data is coming from Excel. So if I just load up my text data sample, we can see here I've got 2 fields which need to be applied to each plate, a name field and an email field. So these at the moment has been saved as a CSV, delimited file for easy import. So if I just close that. Alright. Now to do the variable text merge, we just click on the text menu and select text merge wizard. And it's broken down into 3 very simple steps. Step 1 is pretty obvious. We need to select the actual CSV file. So if you just click on browse, I'll select my text data there. Step 2 is organizing how the data was broken up. Now with a CSV that's relatively simple because it uses comma. But basically all you need to do here is just keep on toggling all these checkboxes on and off until the preview on the right over here has the data split up in the fashion which you want. So in this case, you can see quite clearly here 2 columns. All the names are in one, all the emails are in the other. So that's correct. Final stage, you've got 2 options here for merging the data. The first one, you can either merge it in a line range. So if you create your job sequentially, you could easily say, right, I want to merge all this data between line 1 and line 3. Or if you just happen to not care which order you drew up your text boxes and stuff, the variable text merge option is a very nifty option. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to use the variable text merge, and I've told it to just replace the line data which has the letter A in lowercase with the actual text merge properties up here. And finally, for good measure, we'll replace the line data, so we'll remove that A and just drop in that text. So now if we click on OK, you'll see there on the preview, it's instantly gone through and it's dropped in all of their names and email addresses in the appropriate place, one for each card. Nice and easy. Alright, so as the final step, I'm going to serialize this last line with an ID combination. So just by clicking on this line up here, I can tell that I've clicked on line 3. So now if we go to Options menu and select Serialize, I can make sure the line serialized there is also line 3, which is very good. So we've got a few options here. Let's add in a prefix string. Project is our prefix. Suffix is SIPTech. And you can see a preview here of what it's going to look like. So we'll add in some leading zeros. Yep, we'll add 4 of those. It's looking a bit more like a serialized string. Yep, we'll overwrite any existing data, which in this case it's a blank line anyway. Click OK. And there you go, you've actually got now your variable text, your serialization on 4 unique layouts ready to engrave. Nice and simple.